You know, I used to think life was all about happiness, love, and dreams coming true. What a joke. You see, people, they come and go. Promises, they shatter like broken glass. But pain, oh, pain, now that's a loyal friend. Never betrays, never leaves. Always there, waiting, lurking, reminding me I'm alive. When the world turned its back on me, pain stayed. When I screamed for help, pain whispered, I'm here. And when I finally understood, I laughed. Because pain never lies, never sugarcoats, never wears a mask. It just is. Tonight, let's talk about the one thing that never abandoned me. Never abandon you, the one thing we all try to escape but secretly depend on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about pain. Pain has a way of speaking to us in ways that comfort never could. It strips away illusions, revealing truths we often choose to ignore. When life is easy, we rarely stop to question our direction, our choices, or even the people around us. But when pain strikes, everything sharpens. It forces us to see reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. It teaches through discomfort, through struggle, through loss. A person who has never experienced deep pain may live under the illusion that everything is permanent. Relationships, success, health, security. But pain steps in as a brutal instructor, showing that nothing lasts forever. It teaches the value of time, the importance of cherishing moments, and the necessity of inner strength. Pain does not sugarcoat its lessons. It delivers them raw, unfiltered, and undeniable. Through pain, we learn patience. When things don't go as planned, when failures pile up, or when betrayal cuts deep, patience is forced upon us. We begin to understand that healing, growth, and success do not come overnight. Pain forces us to wait, to endure, to keep moving forward despite the uncertainty. It also teaches gratitude. The absence of pain is something people take for granted until they have suffered. Only after experiencing hardship can someone truly appreciate peace, stability, and even the simplest joys of life. Pain reshapes the way we see everything, turning what once seemed ordinary into something valuable. Pain sharpens wisdom. It forces reflection, demanding that we analyze past mistakes, poor decisions, and misplaced trust. It pushes us towards self-awareness, showing us who we really are when things fall apart. The lessons learned through suffering are the ones that stick, the ones that mold character, the ones that define who we become. Pain has a way of shaping people in ways that nothing else can. When a person goes through hardships, they either break under the weight or rise stronger than before. Every challenge, every setback, every wound leaves a mark, not just on the body, but on the mind and spirit. These scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of survival, evidence that no matter how much life tried to tear someone down, they endured. Strength is not built in moments of comfort. It is forged in suffering, in the fire of adversity, in the struggle to keep moving forward when everything seems against you. Pain forces a person to adapt, to develop resilience, to build a foundation that cannot be easily shaken. The more pain one has endured, the more unbreakable they become. It is not the absence of struggle that makes a person strong, but the ability to face it and come out the other side. Pain teaches the mind to fight, to persevere when the body and heart want to give up. It forces discipline, endurance, and mental toughness. When a person has been through enough suffering, they learn that pain is temporary, that wounds heal, and that no hardship lasts forever. The scars left behind become reminders of battles won, of obstacles conquered, of moments where quitting was an option but never the choice. Every scar carries a story of struggle and survival. They are not signs of defeat, but of resilience. They show that despite the pain, despite the losses, despite the moments of despair, a person kept going. Strength is not given, it is earned through suffering, through hardship, through refusing to let pain define the end of the story. Pain has a way of revealing the truth that comfort often hides. When life is easy, people live under illusions, believing that relationships are unbreakable, that success is guaranteed, that the world is fair. But pain has no patience for illusions. It shatters false expectations, forcing a person to see things as they really are. It is in suffering that true character is revealed, both in oneself and in others. Pain exposes who is truly there for you. In moments of struggle, when there is nothing to offer, many people disappear. The ones who remain are the ones who were genuine all along. It becomes clear who is present out of convenience and who is there out of loyalty. The illusion of friendship, love, and support fades, leaving only the reality of who truly stands beside you when everything falls apart. It also reveals personal weaknesses. Pain strips away pride, showing where growth is needed. It forces self-reflection, making it impossible to ignore the flaws, the mistakes, the misplaced trust. Comfort allows people to avoid hard truths about themselves, but pain forces a confrontation. It exposes fears, insecurities, and the limits of one's patience and strength. Pain does not lie. It does not offer comforting words or false hope. It delivers reality in its rawest form. It shows that life is unpredictable, that not everyone has good intentions, and that nothing is promised. But in doing so, it grants a rare kind of clarity. It removes illusions about the way things should be and reveals them as they are. And once the truth is seen, it cannot be unseen. Pain, in its harsh and unrelenting way, ensures that illusions no longer have control. Pain is the ultimate test of resilience. It pushes a person to the edge, forcing them to either give up or adapt. Every hardship demands endurance, every setback requires strength, and every wound teaches the mind and body how to survive. Resilience is not something people are born with. It is built through struggle, through suffering, through moments where there is no choice but to keep going. Pain forces adaptation. When things fall apart, when life doesn't go as planned, there are only two options: stay broken or adjust. Those who refuse to change remain trapped in their suffering, but those who embrace the pain learn to move differently, think differently, and approach life with a new mindset. Pain sharpens awareness, making a person stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the future. It teaches that survival is not about avoiding hardship, but about learning to navigate through it. Resilience is built in moments of darkness, in times when giving up seems easier than pushing forward. Pain strips away comfort, forcing the development of inner strength. It makes a person confront their fears, their doubts, and their weaknesses. Over time, the things that once seemed unbearable become stepping stones to a greater version of oneself. Each painful experience becomes proof that struggle can be endured, that difficulty does not mean defeat. Pain removes the fear of suffering. Once a person has been through enough, they stop being afraid of hard times. They understand that no situation, no heartbreak, no loss is permanent. This understanding is what separates the resilient from the weak. It is not about avoiding pain, but about becoming unshaken by it. The more a person endures, the less they fear, and the stronger they become. Pain is a force of change. It does not allow a person to remain the same. It comes without warning, breaks everything familiar, and demands a response. There are only two choices: evolve or be consumed. Those who resist change often find themselves stuck in endless suffering, reliving the same struggles over and over. But those who embrace pain as a catalyst for transformation come out of it as entirely different people. Pain strips away everything unnecessary. It reveals what truly matters and forces a person to reevaluate their priorities. When everything is going well, there is little motivation to change. But when pain strikes, it forces difficult questions. What needs to be let go? What needs to be built? What is no longer serving a purpose? Pain forces growth by making it impossible to remain in the same place. It also burns away weakness. It exposes insecurities, fears, and limitations, making them impossible to ignore. In the process of surviving pain, new strengths are developed. A person learns how to adapt, how to endure, how to rebuild. Every hardship forces an upgrade in thinking, in actions, in perspective. The things that once seemed important begin to lose value, and new priorities emerge. Pain transforms identity. The person who enters suffering is never the same as the one who emerges. The experiences, the lessons, the battles fought in silence, these all create a version of a person who is stronger, wiser, and unshaken by the same things that once caused fear. Pain does not ask for permission to change someone, it simply does. The choice is never whether pain will come, but whether it will be used as fuel for growth or as an excuse for destruction. Pain is a powerful filter. It has a way of revealing who is genuine and who is not. When life is smooth, when everything is easy, people gather around. There is no shortage of friends, supporters, or admirers. But when suffering strikes, when hardship hits, many of those people disappear. They distance themselves, avoid the discomfort of another's pain, or find excuses to leave. This is when the real ones stand out. Those who are not just there for the good times, but are willing to walk through the darkness with you. True allies reveal themselves in moments of pain. They are the ones who call, who show up, who listen without judgment. They don't need you to be happy, successful, or strong. They are there even when you are broken, lost, or angry. Pain strips away the surface-level connections, the relationships built on convenience or appearances, leaving only those that are rooted in genuine care and loyalty. Pain also forces a person to reevaluate their own behavior toward others. When experiencing suffering, it becomes painfully clear who has been there and who has not. It encourages deeper reflection on the quality of relationships and sometimes requires difficult decisions about who to keep close and who to let go. Pain is an unforgiving mirror, reflecting not only the truth about others, but also the truth about oneself. How one shows up for others, how one deals with discomfort, how one values true connection. Through pain, the circle often becomes smaller, but it also becomes stronger. The ones who remain are those who truly matter. Those who can be trusted, not just in the light, but also in the darkness. Pain refines relationships, revealing the rare and precious few who are willing to endure the storm with you, not just bask in the sunshine. How's that? Anything you'd like to tweak? Pain has a way of awakening something deep inside, something that comfort and ease could never reach. It forces a person to search for meaning, to find a purpose greater than the suffering itself. The deepest wounds often lead to the strongest passions, because when everything is stripped away, all that remains is raw emotion, unfiltered truth, and an undeniable need for change. Pain pushes a person beyond mere existence and into something more, something driven by fire, by purpose, by an unshakable desire to create meaning from struggle. Some of the greatest movements, innovations, and works of art have been born from pain. Those who have suffered deeply often feel an urgent need to turn that pain into something greater. Whether it is helping others who have experienced the same struggles, creating something that speaks to the suffering, or pushing themselves to rise above the circumstances, pain redirects energy towards something meaningful. It fuels ambition, giving a reason to fight, to persist, to refuse to let suffering be in vain. Pain forces self-discovery. When a person has been through enough, they stop living on the surface. They dig deeper into who they are, what they truly want, and what they refuse to accept anymore. This clarity becomes fuel, turning past wounds into stepping stones towards something greater. The things that once hurt the most become the driving force behind relentless determination. The suffering no longer defines a person as a victim, but as someone with a purpose, strong enough to withstand anything. Pain does not just ignite passion, it sharpens it. It burns away distractions, making the mission clear. It turns hesitation into action, uncertainty into conviction. It takes what was meant to destroy and transforms it into a relentless force that refuses to be stopped. Pain changes people in ways that nothing else can. It humbles the proud, strengthens the weak, and teaches lessons that can't be learned through words alone. Those who have truly suffered carry an unspoken understanding of life that others do not. They move differently, speak differently, and carry themselves with a quiet confidence that only comes from having faced the worst and survived. Pain is a teacher that does not waste time with those who refuse to learn. It either breaks a person or reshapes them into something unshakable. People who have suffered deeply do not take pain lightly. They understand its weight, its ability to crush, its power to transform. Because of this, they respect others who have walked through fire and emerged on the other side. There is no need for empty words or forced explanations. Those who have been through true suffering recognize it in others. There is a silent bond, a shared respect, an acknowledgement that survival is not always guaranteed. Pain also commands respect because it cannot be faked. A person who has suffered carries invisible scars that shape their decisions, their mindset, their resilience. They do not fear struggle the way others do because they have already endured it. Their presence alone carries weight because they do not speak from theory, but from experience. They know what it means to lose, to hurt, to fight, and to rebuild. Those who have never suffered often take things for granted: security, happiness, success. But those who have faced real pain understand its value. They do not waste time on superficial things, and they do not tolerate weakness disguised as entitlement. Pain creates a different breed of person, one who does not beg for respect, but earns it through endurance, survival, and an unshaken will. Pain is the one companion that always stays, even when you wish it would leave. It is with you in your darkest moments, in your deepest losses, in your quietest struggles. Unlike people who may come and go, pain remains constant. It never abandons you, never deceives you, and never lies about what it is. While others may offer comfort or false promises, pain is brutally honest, showing you the truth without any sugarcoating. It doesn't give false hope or pretend that everything will be okay. It just is. Pain is a teacher, always present to remind you of your own vulnerability, your own humanity. It doesn't seek to hurt, but rather to guide, to challenge, and to force growth. In its presence, you can't hide from the reality of your situation. It strips away distractions, leaving only what is real, what matters, and what needs to be addressed. It has no agenda, no ulterior motive. It simply reveals what needs to be seen. People may leave when the going gets tough, but pain stays. It's not there to judge or punish, but to accompany you through life's hardest moments. It doesn't wear a mask of comfort or pretend to make things easier. It makes you face what's difficult, what's raw, what's painful. And in that, there is a strange kind of clarity. Pain never promises anything, except for the fact that it will not depart until its lessons are learned. until it has done what it needs to do. It doesn't offer escape. It offers reality, no matter how hard it is to bear. In its own way, pain is loyal. It may hurt, it may break you, but it will never lie. It will always be there to teach, to shape, and to guide you to a place of greater understanding. Pain holds immense power. It can either be a weapon that fuels growth or a weakness that drags you down. When harnessed, pain sharpens focus, intensifies drive, and strengthens resilience. Those who learn to channel their suffering find purpose in it, using the energy from their wounds to propel themselves forward. It becomes the catalyst for transformation, forcing a person to evolve and overcome obstacles with newfound strength. However, if pain is left unchecked, if it is allowed to fester and consume, it becomes a destructive force. It breeds bitterness, self-pity, and hopelessness. The weight of unresolved pain can crush a person, leaving them unable to move forward, stuck in cycles of grief and despair. In these moments, pain can take over, dictating thoughts, actions, and decisions, leaving no room for growth or recovery. The choice is always yours. Use it or be used by it. In the end, pain is not the enemy we often perceive it to be. It is a relentless, sometimes cruel companion, but one that shapes us into who we are meant to become. It teaches us lessons that comfort can never offer, revealing truths about ourselves and the world around us. It builds strength, ignites passion, and forges resilience that is unshakable. Through pain, we discover who we truly are, what we are made of, and what we are capable of achieving. But pain only holds power if we let it. We can allow it to break us, to keep us stuck in the past, or we can choose to use it as fuel for our transformation. Pain can either be our greatest weapon or our biggest weakness, depending on how we face it. It doesn't define us unless we allow it. In the end, we are the ones who decide whether we rise above the pain or let it consume us. The power has always been ours.